Hey guys, this is Mama Mila of Miracle Mama TV, and I'm here to give you my top 3 differences between having a preemie and a full-term baby. Of course, number 1 is going to be the growth differences. Cayenne was very, very small. She was 1 pound 11 ounces when she was born. Of course, I did not have any clothes for her. I had to go out and find all preemie stuff. The only store I could find things in was Gymboree and Burlington Coat Factory. And now that she's about to be 6, you can go in almost any kid's store and find preemie things. I was so upset going into stores and they didn't have preemie stuff. My baby was like getting swallowed up by the preemie stuff as it was. So I'm like, do I have to go buy baby doll clothes, like for my child to wear clothes? She already had to graduate to a point where she could wear clothes, period. And then when she got there, she couldn't fit anything. Everything was swallowing her up, and she had to wear the hospital clothes. I was real mad because I was one of those people that's like, this is my first baby. I want everything to be brand new. I want everything to be icy. Like, she gonna be fly. She gonna have this. She gonna have that. And I was so mad. Like, why is my baby wearing hand-me-downs as her first outfit? I'm not feeling the shits. Like, so I feel like maybe about 9-10 months, she got to about 13 pounds. Portrait's 13 pounds now at 4 months. So that's definitely a difference that I had to get used to, with the fact that, first of all, I'm about to be looking around a big old baby. I was looking her around, and I'm like, girl, you heavy. Because Cayenne was that big at like 1 year old. So now I'm just trying to get into the mind frame of, this is what a normal baby is. You got it good the first time. So now you got to get into the groove of having a normal sized baby that's growing at a normal rate. She's 4 months. She's just now, sliding from 0 to 3 to the 3 month solid. So I'm hoping that she continues to grow healthy and on schedule. With Cayenne, I was real lucky because them clothes lasted a real long time. And the shoes lasted even longer. And because I was that mom that prepared for basically the first year of her life clothes-wise, I was really fortunate to be able to hold on to her clothes for so long, to the point where they're still sitting here for portrait. So, moving on, number 2. The NICU experience versus being at home chilling. Of course, if you've seen my videos, you've watched, and you've seen that I had a home birth with Portrait, my second child. So if you haven't, go watch that video so you can see how it went. And with Cayenne, of course, it was an emergency C-section. So it was a completely different experience. The difference that I mean is the first few hours after birth. Of course, with Cayenne, I was like on drugs, completely out of it. And with Portrait, it was just so peaceful and calm. And, I had Alexa playing, my relaxing meditation music that she was born to. And it was so beautiful. And I could just sit there and bond with my baby. And she was just on my breast, breastfeeding Cayenne. It was like she was taken out of my body. And I was just like on magnesium for those first 3 days, and I didn't see her. So it's definitely, I feel like, a huge contrast in what I felt for my baby. I instantly, for Cayenne, was like super protector. For Portrait, of course, I'm super protector instantly, but it was more of I feel like I got that normal mom feeling, like, oh my God, I have a baby and she's mine and she's so sweet. With Cayenne, it's like, where my baby at? Don't do nothing to her. What you doing? Like, it was so much of a different vibe. So I thank God for having such a peaceful experience this time, but also thank him for the contrast, for me to give a widespread bias to any type of situation when it comes to birth. Number 3 is the emotions that I had for, I guess, my view of parenting. With Cayenne, it was that fear of the unknown. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, how many diapers a day a baby's supposed to have, or how many times a day a baby's supposed to eat, or how many hours in between. I only knew from being a babysitter, and it's like, when the baby cries, feed it. When his diaper is dirty, change it. But as a mom, it's different because you have to sit there and see, like, hold on, wait, did she eat enough today? Did she poop? Did she poop today? Like, did she poop? Like, she's supposed to poop at least every day, if not multiple times a day. Like, did my child poop? Like, it's like a situation where you really have to sit and think. And it was the fear of the unknown. Like, bruh, like, what I'm gonna do when my mama leave? And Cayenne, she just didn't leave, and she made me move in with her. And I'm living with her because maybe she just didn't trust me to be a mom. I didn't trust myself. I did trust myself after the fact. After she was out of the hospital, and it was like me, Cayenne, and Kai at home. I was like, I got this. I'm good. And then I was like, nah, mama, I need you to come do this. And then eventually it just ended up with me living with her for a little period of time. So, with Portrait, it was different because me and Kai was stable in our house. We were good. And, I didn't have that worry. I was ready for another baby. Emotionally and financially, we were ready to have a baby. So, it was just like, we're at a point where we were expected to be a certain way or to be a certain parent because of how we were with Cayenne. So now that we have a second one, it's that fear of those expectations of how great is this child going to be, because you already had a great child, especially when they came out freaking twins. Like, I had the same baby twice. So it's like, I have to make sure I'm the same loving, caring, supportive parent that I was for Cayenne that I need to be for Portrait. And I need to make sure that, I instill the same values. I make sure that she is as confident in herself as Cayenne is in herself. And I have to make sure I go back to basics and remember what I used to do back then and reiterate it for Portrait. So I think those type of things are the biggest differences. I also feel like another difference is the fact of my age. I was a baby having a baby when I had Cayenne. Like, literally just getting my wings to fly. Like, just hitting a good stride. Like, I was paying my bills by myself. I had a job. I had my own car. Everything was like, I was just getting into the groove of being an adult. And then it was like, boom, baby. And then I had to move in with my mom, and I went back to being independent. So it's hard to transition being 19, 20 years old, having a baby, and now being 26. It's like I'm trying to get myself to stop learning about life. Like, I feel like at a certain point, like when you're 18, 19, you're looking at people and you're like, oh, I got it. I know what to do. I've been waiting all my life to be 18. I'm 18 now. Leave me alone. I got it. And then by the time you get to about 22, you like, help me. Like, help me, please. Help me. Like, and then once you get to 25, it's like, oh, nah. Get about my life. Whatever you gotta do, get about my life. I'm grown. I got it. Like, I don't need it no more. Like, the training wheels been off, bro. Like, I was wobbling on it. Now I got it good. I'm getting it. So I feel like those two stages of life, giving birth in those two stages of life, has been a huge contrast for me. And I'm hoping and praying that you guys continue to watch this journey with me. I plan on continuing this until it grows into something as big as it can be. So continue to watch with me, subscribe to my channel, go watch my other videos, and meet me every day on my live on Instagram and Facebook, and keep up with me and my kids and maybe my husband sometimes. Peace, love, and blessings, guys. Deuces.